Definitely here. Mosquito, flea, and tick season, all of the above. And joining us this morning to help is Derek Czajkowski from the Mosquito Squad.
Yes, yes.
So it's earlier than usual.
Yes, the mosquito population this season, as well as ticks, is expected to be much larger than in recent years due to the mild winter that we had this past winter. So there's many things that we can do in our own yards to try and prevent them from coming in and invading our yards.
Let's talk about mosquitoes first.
Sure.
Okay, so what are some prevention tips for that?
Well, we've come up with the 5 T's for treating your yard for mosquitoes. The first of which is to tip out things like this, common in most yards.
Yeah.
Each one of these rings can hold enough water for a mosquito to lay eggs. So what you're going to want to do is once a week just tip this out, as well as tip out anything else in your yard that can hold water. The second one is to toss. You're going to want to toss any shrubs in your yard that are just laying in your yard. Those are
like
all
sticks
places
that come down from storms and things like that?
Exactly, yep. Those are all places where mosquitoes can hide and harbor. So getting rid of them.
They hide on tree branches and
That's actually where they hide. They don't like being in the sunlight, so anywhere they can find shade, a cool, moist place is good for them to stay.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So clean up your yard and get rid of the
Exactly,
mosquitoes.
exactly.
Okay.
The next thing is you're going to want to turn over. Anything, children's toys are notorious. You're going to want to just turn them over. The water can pool down in there.
Right.
As much water as in there can produce up to 100 mosquitoes. So you just want to turn them over, make sure they can't collect water.
And frisbees, you said tip those over too.
Exactly.
Just any
Frisbees,
sort of toys that are out there.
anything that's out in the yard. The next one is tarps. Tarps are notorious for pooling water.
Yeah.
The best thing to do with a tarp, if you have it over wood piles or boats, just make sure it's taut. As long as it's taut, it's not going to pull water. They're not going to breed there.
Okay.
And the last one is to treat. We come out once every 3 weeks. We lay a barrier spray around the property. It takes care of mosquitoes and ticks.
Okay, let's say they're not going to call the Mosquito Squad. You want to help folks anyway, so is it topical products you can use?
There are products out there that you can use. Most of which you can find at the store. But
why work so hard? Just call you.
Exactly,
okay.
Call us.
Tick-proofing your yard, big deal with animals.
Sure, definitely. The first thing you want to do, as we talked about clearing out the yard, is clear out the yard.
Right.
Make sure that you cut back bushes, shrubs, get rid of stuff that you don't need in your yard. While you're doing that, make sure to clean it out. Just get it off your property altogether.
Cleaning and
exactly.
get it done.
Don't give them any place to live or stay. The next one would be to choose plants that deer do not particularly like.
Sure.
Certain plants deer don't like. The more deer you have not in your yard, the less ticks you're going to have. So
call the professionals.
Exactly. You want to make sure to call the professionals. We come out and we do the treatment, and it kills adult ticks on contact, as well as we utilize tick tubes, which are seen here for the infant ticks.
Yeah, you want to get rid of the ticks, especially with Lyme disease on the, I hate to say this, uptick.
Exactly, exactly.
For sure.
Every year, over 30,000 Americans contract Lyme disease, and it's a horrible, debilitating disease that we can do a couple of things around our property to, reduce that risk.
Derek, thank you so much for joining us from the Mosquito Squad. All right, and for more information, you can certainly go online to www.mosquitosquad.com. And please